And welcome back to another episode of Limbus Company Daily Mirror Dungeons. Last time we did a run focusing on trying to make the most out of Mersault's Capote E.G.O, and this time we're going to be doing another build based on an E.G.O. Not one of the ones from Season 2 though, instead we're going to be focusing on Dimension Cutter... Cutter? Is that what it's called? Whatever. Dimension Shredder, that's the word I'm looking for. Dimension Shredder, but for Honglu, since I got that one at the very end of Season 1, because I figured I might as well, before, like, all my shards got cut in half, and, I had a chance to build it. However, this is not a very good E.G.O to build around, because, you see, the big issue is, it costs 3 Gluttony and 3 Pride to use, and it's incredibly... It's all about Rupture. Now, the issue with it being all about Rupture is the fact that, like, Rupture is so, like, infrequent in this game. There's Rupture count in particular. The only, like, decent sources of Rupture count are this skill, which at the same time depletes half of this Rupture count at the same time, so it'll just inflict pretty much 2 Rupture count. And, 7 Otis. There's a couple people who've got, like, maybe, like, a 1 Rupture count increase thing. But, like, this is about as well as you could do. Which is awful, because Rupture count is even more important than, like... Because of the fact you hit... Any attack you do to inflict Rupture is going to reduce the Rupture count no matter what, because it hits them. So if you don't land more hits with Rupture count than hits in total, you're just gonna lose all your Rupture. Now, I've taken people who very specifically do have a lot of Pride and Gluttony because of the fact that they, well, we need them, and we need a lot of them. Of course, for the first few, it's like, we need to get Honglu up to actually get his E.G.O. So for now, it's okay. Alright. Alright, there you go. That was a little more precarious than it should have been. But yeah. I know, I spent a while, like, looking over units, trying to figure out the best thing I could do. I don't think this is gonna go, like, particularly great, just because of the fact this E.G.O isn't, like, Honglu isn't known for having, like, great E.G.Os. That's kind of his whole thing. He's kind of like the opposite of Mersault. Where Mersault has bad identities and great E.G.Os, Honglu has great identities and kind of meh E.G.Os for the most part. His default's, like, cool, sure, it's a mass attack. But at the same time, like, it's still, like, 5 Gloom, which is kind of rough because Honglu didn't have any Gloom at all until we got Liu Honglu. Yeah, I guess your Rose at Desire. Might as well. And we'll go here, and hopefully we'll get another level up, and we can just bring Honglu to the desired level. And if not, I'll probably just take the level path either way. Because it's more efficient. Yeah, that's healing SP, yeah. This is self-SP gain stuff. It's nice. It's kind of thing where, like, a lot of Honglu is, like, strange, like, focus on his own SP would, like, definitely have made him, like, I'd say, like, that kind of thing a fair bit stronger if they hadn't reverted the sanity changes. Stuff that actually buffed Sandy would have been insanely good if they just kind of stuck with the harder sanity gain. But it definitely makes sense that they didn't. And, you can take it. Sure. And healing, and then we can just do the boss like that. Thing is, anyone taking damage? No. So it's basically just a blink, nothing space. Which is kind of what I was going for, so it works. Okay, so I'll use this time to pull up Dimension Shredder. So targets the rearmost unit in regular battles. The 22 plus 6 on heads. And, before attack, gain charge, count, and give haste next turn. And on hit, inflicts fragile and 4-dimensional rift. So Dimensional Rift is basically just... It's just Rupture count that's, like a little bit staggered behind. So it's rupture count that will be added at the start of the next turn. Which is interesting, because rupture count is very needed, but... Ooh. Silly. Just looking at the creature. And what does the charge do, you may be wondering? Now, there's no charge stuff on Honglu, so all it does is... So he gains more charge whenever he hits enemies with negative status effects while he has the passive, up to a max of 4 per turn. But when HP falls to 0 for the first time during battle, spend all charge and heal in proportion to the amount spent. So if you'll remember Nemo's passive from Rune, it's basically just that, but a little bit weaker because it's capped at 25%, and it probably just doesn't add up as well. Definitely can be good for longer fights. Honglu, he's definitely one of the most frail sinners, I think. So having a way to like actually bring him back if he dies is very nice. And for his corrosion, his corrosion's also a positive on heads, so it's a pretty good target for overclocking. And gain 3 haste next turn, and if you spend 10 charge, you inflict 2 additional fragile and dimensional rift with this skill. Otherwise, it's just the exact same fragile and dimensional rift as the default one. Kinda nothing like too special. The ability to spend charge to do even more fragile and dimensional rift is nice. But the only way you can gain charge is if you've already used his E.G.O that fight. Which, as you can imagine, not the most likely thing to happen, especially in the mirror dungeons when not really many fights are going to last that long. But that's fine. Let's see. Entertainment, sure. Get your sanity gain stuff, why not? Nice. Okay. And there's another dual strike going from then that should kill, yep. Simple as that. See, I'm gonna try and make the most I can out of Honglu's Dimension Shredder. Maybe it'll be good if Honglu eventually gets some sort of rupture stuff. We don't know what next time Honglu's gonna be getting anything. Hopefully something though. Pride. We've got Pride and Pierce. Do we have enough Pierce to warrant this? We've got no Pierce, do we? That's not worth it. We'll take Tomorrow's Fortune then. More E.G.O gifts is always nice. And we will take Default Sinclair. Now my reasoning is because we need more Pride. And he inflicts some Rupture. And, he's got Branch of Knowledge, which while it does cost a fair bit of Gluttony, it is 12 Rupture. Which can be very insane. Because especially if we inflict 12 Rupture after he's been hit on an enemy who's just got hit by the Dimensional Shredder from Honglu. Of course, that would mean that he's gonna... Well, by that point, it'll probably be like 3 Rupture count instead of the 4 because of the fact that he got hit by the actual thing. But it'll be 4 count with 3 potency, or with 12 potency at least. Which is, as you can imagine, pretty nice. Nice. That's not nice, actually. He's alive with 1 HP. Alright. Sure thing. Yeah, they're all dead. They just postponed their death by a turn. I think it's probably for the best that Rupture is underpowered now, because if they give Rupture too much support, then it can quite simply just be an even scarier bleed. If there's a way to get a reasonable amount of Rupture count, then that could be very scary. Bad for balance. They've already, like, bleed itself is already really strong. Then again, there's a lot of bleed count support because Nails is basically kind of similar to the Dimensional Rift in that it's delayed bleed count. It's still a little bit different though, because of the fact that it's only like half per turn. Or no, it inflicts the bleed count. It halves it each turn instead of going away entirely each turn. A little more balanced and... Or not balanced, a little bit more long-standing that amount, but you can't inflict a lot of nails at once. You can pretty much only do that if you have a lot of N-Corp units, and the issue is N-Corp units are nails, but usually pretty light on the actual bleed infliction. So you kind of need to pair them with, like, someone to inflict a lot of bleed, something like Kurokuma identities. And by Kurokuma identities, I mean the Kurokuma 3 stars, because Kurokuma Honglu is an anti-bleed unit, as I like to call it, since he benefits hitting people that do not have bleed. Still can't be good, though, and his tertiary can still inflict a fair bit of bleed. Although at that point, I think it's more so the paralysis used from his tertiary. That's another fight done. Yeah, Rupture's cool. Because it's basically kind of just a more balanced version of Erosion from Runa. And Erosion only appears, it's literally only twice ever, or 3 times, I think. Yeah? Because I think the Swan E.G.O, maybe? Does Black Swan inflict? I don't know why I can't remember. It might. I can't remember Black Swan, but I know Servant of Wrath is kind of the introduction of it, and then Yan is the other. But yeah, it's just very underpowered. The fact that even like Yan inflicts like barely any, but it's still super powerful because of the fact that it absolutely adds up. It's just basically a defense down to the person who gets inflicted with it. Let's see. What do we ignore here? That probably. Yeah, that should be good. Okay, nice. Does this kill? Yes, it does. And whirlwind. This definitely kills. This guy being weak to the blunt and all. Yep. Passenger gave him boink. I think Quake rounds should kill. And then oh no. Oh, I guess, does he resist? Do the Gluttony Pekatule resist Gloom? They might. I think that would make sense. Maybe. Yeah, they resist Gloom, so that's why it didn't kill. Unfortunate. That's fine, though. Because everyone is weak. And ready for being cut. Nice. Yeah. Haven't even been able to use Dimensional Cutter once because we just don't have enough E.G.O resources to make any use of it. We did just get, we did just get Perversion, so that will help. It's really not helping fast enough is the issue. I'm trying to think. There's not a lot of units that have a decent amount of Pride and of Gluttony. One of the units that does have a decent amount of it is, I think, if I get Rodion, I might take her. But the issue is, any of the units that do that just don't have Rupture. So it's just an impossible, like, middle ground to find. We're doing decently on Gluttony and Pride right now, though. So we could try taking someone who's just more so focused on Rupture. But I still need those. If I do see Rodion, I'll probably take her. If I see Ryoshu, I might take 7 Ryoshu. Because 7 Ryoshu's also got the stuff we need, although not quite as much as LCCB Rodion. And if we do this, oh yeah, if we do this, we'll be able to use Dimensional Shredder second turn. And a lot of these guys are alive, so we should actually be able to get it off. Yeah. So we will use it here for the purpose of showing it off, I think. No, let's do it there. Yeah. So that way we can go like this. There we go. Exploit the gap. That guy, is that one of the ones weak to blunt? I don't think so. Yeah, no. The ones that have like the more like sharp arms. Yeah, like that guy's, this guy's weak to blunt. Because he's got like the weird like, I don't know the term for it. The thorny looking stuff. Oh yeah, there's the tails. Unfortunate. Oh, and there he appears. Definitely one of that E.G.O is very interesting because of the fact it's because of the fact in that ego, Honglu's Jade Eye is actually just kind of like faded out. It's like a lot more gray than it is normally. Which only further shows the fact that there's definitely weird stuff going on with his eye. I mean, we've known that though. He was just born with a Jade Eye in the story he's based off of. And it seems to be something related to E.G.O, I guess? His ego here? It's hard to say. Okay, almost everyone has pride here, so that worked well enough. What is it? Does it prejudice do something if you get like a pride absolute resonance? It's like a one attack, like power up or something like that, I think. Nothing too strong. Still good to have. Like this, suppress, and then who's the least likely to die? This guy possibly? Yeah, I guess so. Whirlwind, this should kill. I still don't remember. Does it get the buff first turn? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, no, it would have shown up if he does. The buff where, because Whirlwind's whole thing is if Honglu didn't take any damage last turn, it does more damage. Okay, that guy just died, so I guess we chose the wrong person to attack twice. Unfortunate. This one's dead, though. Nice, and we just kill this guy, I think. Yep. Simple enough. Almost one-turned it. That's a fight you kind of commonly one-turn, so a little unfortunate that we didn't. Because it means we're doing worse than normal. Oh yeah, this is good. Just dealing damage, inflict 3 rupture. A little bit more rupture. Of course, the issue is rupture count, not really present there. Huh. You've got, like, literally no rupture, and you two have your warp identities. I think Warp Mersault is better for rupture, though. I think he's got some good rupture. Kind of. And he's got this attack. I guess that's what I was thinking of. I mean, I guess I'll take it. Why not? Not the best. He has some pride, at least. Really would have preferred someone who's got a decent amount of pride and envy. Which path do we go? Bottom path? Something like this, I think. That looks good. And we'll take you. Give you a possible chance to shine. Alright. Once again, people that resist blunt always a little annoying because I feel like I have a strong tendency to go for blunt teams, but I think that's just because there's a lot of blunt in the game right now. Don't think that's entirely just because Unga Bunga is fun. Even though Bunga Bunga is fun. And then, yeah. God, energy current's so awful. 5+1. Yeah, sure. Sure thing, buddy. We won't be able to get enough unless we kill. Could this kill? Maybe? If I do this, if I get a single... I don't think it's going to be enough. But if we kill with one of the gluttonies, we'll get an additional 1 thanks to perversion. So that would be enough. Don't think that's going to happen though, yeah. That's going to be additional pride. That gluttony didn't kill, and this gluttony is absolutely not going to kill. So we're going to be still a little bit off, even after all that. Yeah, and that means we're just going to kill everyone, I think. I could have, like, you know, guarded to try and prevent us from killing everyone, but I guess in this situation my goal is kind of just build up enough resources so that next turn we'll be in a better spot. Like, we'll have 2 gluttony to start out with next fight. And that'll be decent. And also 2 pride, or was it just 1 pride? It might just be 1 pride. I don't know if we have enough. We'll see. And you can get the level up. You don't have any ego. Here we go. Alright. These guys in the snow. The woods. A couple, like, not so favorable clashes going on here. Seems like we're fine, though. That's good, yeah. There were quite a few neutrals, but it didn't matter in the end. Nice. Okay. Going well enough. Otis loves her winning clashes.
재밌는 순간이에요. 표적 완전 무력화.
And everyone's level 20 now. Good. I mean, this one needs pride, so technically Capote is the better option here. I'm still taking Pursuance, though. Capote is cool, don't get me wrong. But it's not that guy. You get what I mean? It's just not quite the same.
상황 종료라고 알림.
More leveled up, get a decent amount of people at 25. Probably just the starting 3, because they're the ones that they're the only ones that really fit this build decently. And let's see, alright. Looking good still. Should be fine. Hopefully we'll actually be able to do something decent with Dimensional Shredder sometime. Let's see what we need. We just need one Gluttony here. That's very doable. See, let's try not using Pride. Get a little bit of a Pride Resonance next turn, possibly, to just kind of synergize. Because it's going to most likely hit a... I mean, K-Corp guys are neutral to... Oh, who's it going to hit? That guy? Oh, it always hits the back guy, doesn't it? Right. Good how it works. And we'll be able to get Pride Absolute Resonance here. Nice. So it'll be decent. Assuming Downward Swing won't kill. So this should do a fair bit. Can I? No, it would be 5 of each to corrode it. That's kind of awful. Or to overclock it. Which is just corroded but with extra steps. Nice. And it actually got the heads this time, so we'll be able to see the actual fancy animation. Don't know how much of a difference it makes in this one. Oh, a fair bit. Ooh, yeah. And that just killed. That's fine then. Kind of means that we won't be able to actually benefit from its special effects. But that's fine. Ooh, we can get Rupture count on this guy. So his Rupture will stay. And then who's gonna be the one to finish it off? Sinclair. Okay, he can definitely kill that guy. Assuming Otis doesn't already. Oh, Otis just did. That guy did have a lot of Rupture though, thanks to that. Okay, nice. He's trying his best. Okay, is there just gonna still be one alive because of how it's working? Yeah. Alright. Doing really well on Bride right now, though. So just kind of got to build up that Gluttony, which of course that attack did a little bit. And level up time. We'll give it to you. Almost everyone's 25. If we get a level up here, everyone will be 25. So we'll be on pace. So exciting to think that we're going to get a lot of Mirror Dungeon changes in the next few weeks. Excited to see how it's going to work. It's going to feel a lot more like... It's going to be a lot more... It's going to be less chance, I guess. Not that it's like a chance you win or lose, but it seems like there's going to be a lot more you can do to impact runs with stuff like being able to spend like the in-run currency to like purchase E.G.O gifts and various buffs and stuff. And the less of and the removal of level up tiles I think will be better overall, because pretty much every floor the strategy is just go for the level up tiles and try and minimize fights along the rest of it. Just because level up tiles on later floors makes such a big difference. Just being able to get 15 levels worth just from a single tile is just so much more worthwhile than pretty much anything else. Unless you need people, of course, then you gotta recruit base, that's the most important one. Or if you know, only have one person and are only using one person. Because then you kind of just try and maximize events for E.G.O gifts. So how are we doing? We want Gluttony. If we do this, we should have enough Gluttony so that we'll actually go to the actual fight with enough just immediately use a Dimensional Shredder. Okay, he's blocking that. Nice. Okay, in a good spot, I think. I think for the joke, I'm just gonna keep on using it, though. Might as well. What? They really won't. They're not likely to kill us. These guys also have a stupid amount of debuffs right now. God, and the number's just increasing. I don't even know why they've got this many. I don't think it should be that many. Who knows, though? Maybe that's right. Like this, sure. If we kill with Gluttony, we'll get even more Gluttony. Thanks to Perversion. Oh, that's gonna... Oh, he bled to death. Sinclair was gonna counter that guy and kill him like that if he didn't bleed to death, but... that works too, I guess. And there you go. Level 25. Everyone's 25. And now we get an event space before the boss. And it's the bull, this guy. Give us your coin. Maybe we can use multiple dimensional shredders. Although, of course, that'll only happen if Honglu is either very fast or no one else has a single coin attack that turn. Which can happen. I can manipulate it to happen. Are we getting Apple? Hey, Apple. Hey, Apple. Save for second. I think we gotta save for second phase. This guy resists Slash and Pride. It's not gonna be worth it. And then we're going to probably try and go all out with a Rupture on this second phase. Probably. I think that'll work. Oh yeah, save that. Save all of our good Rupture stuff for second phase. This phase is a little bit of a joke, so we can kind of just breeze through them. Nice. Paralysis next turn on this guy. He's not like he's going to win any clashes, even if he didn't have the paralysis. And, oh, that's a stagger. So yeah, definitely just gonna slowly whittle this guy down this turn. Okay, we definitely want Field Command. We definitely want that one, that one, I guess, and... this one, alright. And that'll definitely kill this guy. We've got some strong attacks coming for him. Oh, replayed that. Nice. Okay. And yep. So second phase time. So now the actual fight begins. The real fight begins now. Okay, I can corrode this, though. I can overclock it safely. And I could also do this. Should I do this? I should wait till next turn. Okay, here's my plan. I think I'm gonna go all out in the body. Oh, I can't choose. Okay, so never mind. We're gonna go all out on the head. So everyone's just gonna focus on winning clashes. And next turn's when we're gonna be doing the fun stuff. Maybe, no. Use this now. Or yes, build up the Suppress Rupture. Because that'll be nice, and we're going to want to clash at least somewhat there. Who's the one not clashing? You? Oh, I see. Yeah, like that then. Alright, that should be good. Spend 10... oh, you need to spend 10 charge to gain any benefit from this. That's right. So should I even? I mean, I might as well. It's stronger. Might as well be able to use the overclocked one once so we can just see how it's going to look. And yeah, we're just going to be doing some weak attacks this turn for the most part. Just because this is the setup phase before we go all out rupture on the head. No? Okay, that's fine. That first one's just the burst tremor, which we don't need in this situation. Yeah. 17 rupture, 3 count. And this is going to reduce it to a 2 count, but it's also going to increase it by 4 count next turn, so it'll be a 6 count. Oh? I actually don't think I saw the line for that before. Nothing says I should be located there. Is that him, like, rebelling against his parents? Oh, that's not the right rupture count. Where's the right rupture count? 26. Nice. So here's the plan. We do this because that'll keep the rupture count high. Then we do this. And everyone else is just going to guard. Oh no, everyone else shouldn't guard. We should do this for even more rupture count. There we go. Alright, this should be pretty good. Might do a lot of damage is the only issue. Yeah, look at that. So bound over to the next world. Huzzah! Off we go. So cheerful here, and then so uncheerful in the overclock corrosion one. Oh, use it again! I forgot about that! I forgot to make use of the coin. Oh, it's going on the body, though. Okay. Oh, wait, he's corroding. Oh. Took me a second to realize that. Okay, 29 with a 5 count. And that, I think that just killed, though. Yep, it sure did. But that was, like, 40 rupture with, like, a 5 count by the end. 40 rupture with, like, a 4 count. So, yeah, pretty good usage, I think. So in the right circumstances, you can definitely build and do a lot of damage with the rupture. The issue is, like a lot of other status effects, by the time you've got a good amount of rupture on someone, they've already died because the attacks themselves are just too much for them. Still good, though. That went a lot better than I was expecting it to. I wasn't expecting to get much use of, if any, from Dimensional Shredder. Oh, level 18 of this now. Oh, one more mirror dungeon and I'll max it out tomorrow. Alright, so next episode, probably just going to be a Capote one. As long as I just do a single mirror dungeon and do all my daily stuff. Yeah, that's nice. They'll still be able to keep on grinding so I can get to a higher level already. That's good. I haven't even done any grinding at all, though. I don't know why I'm saying it like I have already. I've done, like... I can actually check my mirror dungeon count, can't I? Because it'll show it as one of the seasonal. Yeah, I've only done 8 mirror dungeons in total so far, and, like, half of those are dailies. The other... I've just been doing, like, 2 a day. Once in an episode and once on my own time. Yeah, they've made it really lenient, which is good, I guess, but I miss the grind. I'm... Like, it's funny, because I hate grinding in video games, unless it's Limbus. Then please let me grind. I want to play the game more. I want more reasons to play the game. As silly as that is. I want the game to, like, put me in, like, a hold. Like, choke me out. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, there's a 2-star Mersault, though. And... Oh, yeah. Ignoring what I just said, pretty good run. I think this actually does have a lot of potential. Being able to just increase it, being able to do delayed, like, rupture count to increase by 4, that's pretty nice. And if you have enough charge, which means you'd have to use it before, if in a long enough fight, this also could be really nice. Because of the fact that, if he's got the charge and you use the overclocked one, it'll instead be 6 Dimensional Rift. And it'll be 3 fragile this turn and 6 Dimensional Rift the next turn. So you could do a lot of damage this turn, and the next turn you could build on the rupture. Especially since he's got some good identities. Stuff like this could be very good in, say, the next Refraction Railway. Especially since there's a high chance this upcoming Gregor 2-star is going to be rupture related. Because of the fact that, from what I've heard people saying stuff about how I think the Saw people from Saw people in Rose Banner were Rupture instead of Tremor, which makes sense. Similar to the robots you actually fight in Canto 4. But yeah, that'll be all for this time, and thank you for watching. Bye.